What up, my freaks? RuinousInsight here with part 36 of my Total Warhammer II modded Arkhan the Black campaign. So as you saw last time, the battle for the Staff of Nagash saw us victorious after having chased off many a Skaven, and we now have the staff after waiting so long and staring angrily at our inability to make that damn elixir of might. Now, the end of last episode, we did end off on a possible battle with Teotihuacan sallying out with the Aztec stack here and trying to attack King Setep. I was debating with myself whether to withdraw or whether to fight it at the start of this episode, and I eventually decided to withdraw for two reasons. One, the fact that it was an end turn meant that if I had proceeded to, I would have been able to do the administrative stuff, and that is what I did. So we spent all the money, moved a bunch of heroes around, doing all that boring stuff that doesn't really need to be done on screen, and otherwise I would have had to have taken up a bunch of time in the episode doing that, and that would have just been annoying. And the other reason is over here we have King Kura's army, who is bringing our Mortis engine, and I'd really like to see the Mortis engine in action for the first time in a nice cinematic battle. It's probably going to be a while before Arkhan manages to get into another cinematic battle himself, as he is going to be heading all the way up to Carrick 8 Peaks, and thus I would have liked to see the Mortis engine go right now. So, now that we've discussed that, let us re-siege this place, because we can now move closer to it. Let's say go about here, I think. Maybe here? I don't know. As long as we're close enough to actually siege it, I hope. Oh, wow, you have to approach it from... You can't... Okay. What a weird way to do it. I guess you have to go by the road. And even then, it's not exactly by the road. Anyway, we are going to siege this. I would really rather like to fight this in the field, because I feel like it'll be a lot more fun winning it in the field than it would be fighting it outside, but I guess we'll see if it's actually possible. Now, can you approach close enough? I think you can. To be supporting here. Man, if they do fight us, it looks like this guy will be approaching from the side of the map, and that's not going to be so good. But I guess we'll see. There we go. Now it's definitely in our favor, which means most likely they will not sally out. That's unfortunate. Another thing we might consider doing is actually moving you into an ambush. Really, screen? You're going to change your... Okay. What I might try is pop you this secondary army into an ambush stance afterwards. Because maybe they'll sally out and attack King Setep again, and that would be ideal. Oh, or are you too close to go into an ambush stance now? Not enough movement. Yes, we know about that. I guess we'll see next turn. Because I really don't want to just destroy Teotihuacan with artillery. I want these units to actually fight. Okay, so with that done, I guess it's time for us to attack Deathmaster Snitch and destroy Clan Eshin for good, isn't it? Who do we have here, by the way? We have a Necrotech who is trustworthy. Okay. I just wanted to check what he had in terms of stuff. Ooh, we could wound somebody. Oh, we could also wound ourselves, though. It's a definite possibility. Do we try it? I mean, there's not going to be anything to do for you. You're going to have to move away anyway. Just try, why not? And let's see, we got a Legionnaire and we failed. Okay, well, at least we got something out of it. And we now have 21 money remaining. With that, King Walkoff, it's time for you to attack. Let's do it. I'd love for you to duel Snitch, but I don't think you're strong enough to duel him personally. The army is weak, so we don't really need to do a cinematic battle, but I'd really like to see the duel. Yeah, you know what, maybe we'll just do a cinematic one just to see the duel, if nothing else, even if it means a lot more editing. And wow, 88-75 plus Weeping Blade, plus all the buffs he has, versus 73-62. Okay, yeah, it's clear that King Walkoff has no chance. He'll need the support of some of the Crypt Horrors to actually deal with that nonsense, but let's see how long he can actually stand up to Deathmaster Snitch anyway. Triple Sword Infantry, I like that. Alright, here we go. This should be a super quick, super easy fight. We're just going to basically charge everybody and get some slight annoyance going with our Spectral Stalkers on the flanks. The main reason I'm fighting this cinematically is I just want to have a duel between Snitch and King Walkoff, even though I don't imagine King Walkoff has any kind of even slight chance against Snitch. But hey, He might as well give it the old college try. Let's see. Here comes the charge, and you know what, let's slow it down, see at least some of the impact. We've got a banishment going off into this pile of units right here, and I do... Wait, does the banishment apply the debuff? I guess it doesn't. Okay. Because there's a banishment contact effect as well, isn't it? And it causes a minus 10% physical resistance to enemies, but I guess this literal banishment doesn't apply it? Kind of odd. Banishment doesn't apply banishment? Interesting, but okay. Let's see, Glowing Ghouls, Deathmaster Snitch, where we were looking for you with your tail blade, can't discount that. And King Walkoff, are you close enough? Where are you? I believe I immediately tell him to attack him. Yeah, there he is. He's slowly on his way. In the meantime, hopefully the Glowing Ghouls will keep him busy. It's Warpstone versus Warpstone over here, it looks like. There we go, speed it up a little bit. Walkoff is slow. Oh, actually, it looks like Walkoff is booking it for once. Slow as he is, he's still trying to get there. Now, let's check out the rest of the battle. Obviously, we're just obliterating the enemy pretty much at every point because they're mostly Skaven Slaves and Clan Rats. Nothing really to worry about. We can see the Skaven Slave Spears unit routing. There's an Assassin fighting over here. We also have our Spokal Stalkers lined up and firing into the backs of these poor Skaven Souls. Or at least that's the plan. Come on, guys. Line up and fire. This is pretty much ideal for you. Get to it before these guys all rout. It looks like a Barona's Time Warp coming in. And there we go. I really wish you were firing here and not into the edges of this. Yeah, I feel like the AI does seem to prioritize firing into the edges of units for some reason. I don't know why. Now, over here, unfortunately, Deathmaster Snitch decided to run out of all those ghouls and run away from King Walkoff. I'm not entirely sure why. He had him in his sights and just decided to break through the line and run away. Now he's going over here to apparently fight our Crypt Horrors or our Spokal Stalkers or something. In the meantime, these two units, the Glowing Ghouls and the Crypt Ghouls, got hit by a spell from the enemy Plague Priest and basically got wrecked. Another spell would have killed them. I think it was the Plague Priest that did it. Look at all these ghoul corpses over here. No, it was a nice cast. But I don't think they have another sorcerer, so it must have been them. Anyway, let's continue with this. This portion of the battlefield is just about shored up with all of these guys dying, getting a few extra shots, and ooh. And some of the ones are hitting the Night Runners over here as well. Lovely. And on the flanks here, we also have a bunch of Spokal Stalkers who are firing into these guys who are trying to go run away. We're probably getting some splash into our own units over here. Snitch is still trying to freaking run away, but King Walkoff is caught up to him yet again. Hopefully this time permanently, as this was the only reason we wanted to fight this. Stay here, Snitch. Stay here and fight. Snitch. Snitch, get back here. King Walkoff just wants a piece, man. Come on. There we go. He's slowly walking up. Maybe he can finally hit him. He hit him once. There we go. We're finally able to do it. These Spokal Stalkers are kind of in the way here because they don't really do too much to Snitch, and now we can't really see what's going on there, can we? I do decide to get the Spokal Stalkers out for that exact reason, but unfortunately, Snitch decides that he wants to get the Sepulchral Stalkers and not our own Lord. Once again, just so annoying. We chased him all the way from this tree line here with King Walkoff, who's so slow, and he just wants to fight. Meanwhile, the rest of the army is basically dead. And yeah, I sent these guys off so that they didn't interfere with the fight because they didn't do too much damage. I do pop a, whatchamacallit, the sword to stop Deathmaster Snitch here. It does stop him in his tracks, a Tormentor sword, rather. Because I couldn't take him running away again after those Spokal Stalkers. So we're now just chasing units off the field so that they don't come back. Now it's Snitch versus a bunch of Crypt Horrors and the Lord in the middle. There we go, finally. This is all I ever wanted, game. Why did you have to make this so difficult? And now I think he's broken because the rest of his army broke. Yeah. Oh, but he's actually almost dead. It looks like the Crypt Horrors did a pretty good job. King Walkoff didn't take any damage there. Somebody's going to get the final blow here, and it looks like it'll be a Crypt Horror. I don't think King Walkoff will catch up. Somebody do it. Come on, you're faster than him. There we go. Looks like he's down. And that was the whole point of this battle. Ooh, are there some skulls in the ground here? Nice. Nice little detail I never noticed. And there we go. Way too much effort for that, man.
The realm of souls fills with...
Alrighty, there we go. Easy little battle, and obviously it was with minimal losses. Most of the losses appear to have come from the Plague Priest casting stuff. Other than that, none of them really did anything. Chasing Snitch around, the fact that he kept running away from King Wakaf, who just wanted to duel him, was the most infuriating thing, though. Man, that was annoying. You'd think that an assassin hero who would probably easily be able to handle our own hero would go after him, or at least maybe even chase after our mage, or do something. I don't know why he really wanted to run away so much, or go after our sepulchral stalkers, or whatever the hell he was trying to do. Anyway, that is an sad little end for Clan Eshin. Occupy. And Province Broken Teeth, Storm, yes, Clan Eshin, destroyed, goodbye. And King Wakaf gets stock, hero action cost, as well as... This is really not gonna do it. This isn't really doing anything for him, to be honest. Meh. Alrighty, but at least the province is now ours. Nagash, we do need to get that final building. Our growth is okay. Let's delete this and replace it with a growth building while we're at it. And let's go... I mean, I don't really care about the tax rate here. It's never going to generate a lot of cash, especially if the Nagashazar building doesn't generate cash itself. Just find out. It generates... Actually, it does generate cash. Okay, so we can switch to that after, but we need to grow this to level 5, which means we should reuse the growth. Worship of Tra. There we go. Alright, now you leveled up Mr. Mage, and I believe you're already immortal, so we don't need to worry about that. What do we get next? We have None of Amantok. I'd like to get Vicious Curses, but I think I want to go more heavily into magic with ya. We already have Frost Protection maxed out. I basically never use Shem's Burning Gaze, because I'd rather use the spammable abilities, and I like Barona's Time Warp more for the cost. Banishment we do use occasionally. We used it there, in fact. And it's not a bad Vortex. I feel like we do need to upgrade the Net of Amantok, though, just in case. Although it's not super useful for this particular army, because we're too mobile anyway, and we don't have any range. Yeah, I feel like we're going to get 2 points into net, probably another point in Barona's Time Warp and Banishment each. I don't know whether I'll be bothering to go for the 3rd point, but I might. It'll depend on how many points we spend here. We might have to forego going through Potent. Maybe get Onslaught, but ignore Potent now, but then it's only 2 points away. It's really not that bad. I guess we could ignore Canopic Jar Holder, even though I wouldn't like to. I'll think about it. We'll see how that works out for us, and I believe that's that for this particular turn. Alamizash, you do need to approach Miragliano, but what we want here is to identify what's going on here. I guess you are going to go out to Tobaro and check that out first, see if there are enemies there, and then we'll move on to Miragliano after that. And you need to follow along as well. Oh, hello, who do we have here? Black Buckthorn. You're gonna force us to land, okay. Well then, a landing we shall go. Do this. This army is too elite, and it'll destroy our poor basic unit army. We can't have that fighting, even though I wanted to send this army out into the sea. But I guess for now, we'll be dealing with the rats. Oh, gonna be some trespassing here, so the Golden Order ain't gonna be too happy with us. And, oh, neither is anybody who likes Clan Angrund, because we're gonna trespass... whatever, we're gonna declare war on Clan Angrund eventually anyway. Can you search ruins? Nope, because you are out of cash. Guess I spent it all, huh? Alright, well, I guess we need to move forward. You can't raid, unfortunately. Even though Miragliano's probably generating a decent amount of cash, until we know what's in here, we get no money from raiding, because that's the way that Skaven work. Annoying, but what can you do? I guess we'll do this next turn, and then we'll try to go for Miragliano the turn after that. We could summon another hero, but, like, what? We summon another Tomb Prince just to do this? I guess we could unsummon him later. That's also another option. I mean, it doesn't cost us anything to get a bunch of Tomb Princes and unsummon them, so let's do that. Temporary Tomb Prince. Assault units, assault garrison. You know what? That might actually help. And assault units as well. And 1 point in assassinate. There you go. And then you might be able to help out at Miragliano, and then we'll delete you after. Okay, anybody else need to do anything? Oh, we do need to research. Last time we got the Herald Mahrak, and I did put it into the Tomb Guard army. I guess we're going to go for the Herald of... I guess Herald of the Sphinx. We got to do them all anyway. Even though I'd like to get some of this stuff. Maybe we should just start researching this stuff instead. Nah, but I really like the global recruitment capacity and the global recruitment cooldown thing. That feels worth it by itself. It's only 4 turns, it's not that bad. Let's just keep going through that. Speaking of Sphinxes, you, King Thutep, your army is almost ready. 6 turns, and then we'll have 4 Kemrian War Sphinxes in your army. I don't know whether we can get Necro Sphinxes. Oh, you buff Necro Sphinxes as well. So I guess we should have a couple in here as well, huh? Yeah, get one Tomb Prince and maybe 2 Necrotechs and then 1 Caster. That'll be 4 heroes. And then 4 Kemrian War Sphinxes. It will be 15, it'll be at 19, and we'll have to delete one of the Screaming Skull Catapults or replace it with a... replace it with 2 Necro Sphinxes. But we will, however, need to build the building for Necro Sphinxes, which we don't have anywhere. That's another problem. We might be better off just deleting this Mortuary Sanctum here and rebuilding it. It's unfortunate not to have this here, because that's another place where we won't have a library. But I think we have to. Yeah, whatever. Delete it. Delete it. Next turn we'll build the War Sphinx thing. Ooh, and in fact, we should have enough money to identify the Skaven and Tobaro now, since we've canceled that. There we go, and there is no army here. That's a good thing, because it means we can go out here. Now, what do you guys have in terms of build? Okay, you just have these 3 settlements. Interesting. Interesting. I wonder where all their armies are. Are they in Miragliano? Could they be fighting out here? Oh well, I guess we'll find out when we actually identify them. Now, does anybody else need to do anything? Settlement upgrade is available. We don't really care about... Wait, what? We have enough to upgrade a settlement? Oh, you, Desolation of Nagash, go. Immediate upgrade, then. And Orion's Camp, no, we gotta upgrade your tree first before doing anything else. Any heroes not moved? Arkhan the Black, you were moving out here to meet up with the army and get your Mortis engine. And I believe I moved you already. Get that Golden Tower recruited or built up as soon as possible. And I think with that, we can end this turn. Who's not moved? I feel like everybody who's not moved, I already... You're a Necrotect with Imbuer. Okay, yeah, you're here for a reason. The only unfortunate thing is if we're not building War Sphinxes here, you should be imbuing the War Sphinxes down there, but you can't get there soon enough, and they'll be ready before you can. That's unfortunate. I was kind of tempted to delete you and try to get a different... I guess you've given us growth here. Maybe we'll delete you later. I want more... I feel like every Necrotech that you should build should be one of these guys. Not one of these guys. One of these guys. Either a Sphinx Carver or a Tomb Scorpion Carver. Probably not a Snake Carver or Serpent Carver, whatever the equivalent is for Serpent Carver. Yeah, one of the things that requires a huge investment in terms of the building to get them. But anyway, we'll also have to invest in some stuff here next turn. Let's end this turn. Let's see if these guys sally out, although I'm obviously expecting they will not. We'll try the ambush thing after. If it doesn't work, we're just going to build the siege towers and attack them that way. It's not like we have... This army is going to hurry anywhere. Anyway, Dread Fleet, I don't care about whatever you have to say. You're already trading with us, and it is not in your best interest to attack us because we are the #1 strength rank faction, and we're starting to gather the Books of Nagash. Anybody else want a piece? No, looks like Teotihuacan won't fight. A shame. And what are you guys? Get the hell out of here. Frickin' Beastmen, man. Alright, you then. Breaker discovered, yeah, Amateur discovered. Ready for duty, what are you? Why are you ready for duty? And what do you do? You're a Serpent Carver. Do we need more Sepulchral Stalkers? Not really, but I guess we'll keep you alive for now. Hey, and there's the Herald of the Sphinx, which we will give to our army in a second. You guys can start moving up here. Or, you know what? Maybe we'll send one of you out here. Oh, this is all Knights of Caledor territory. Yeah, I'm gonna leave them alone. This is not something that's beneficial to us, is it? The Fortress of Vorag? It's not... I don't think we can build a building here. And if we can, it's probably not one that's worth going out there for. Anyway, I'll let you go. Up here, then. Now, what's this? We have a mysterious island. I guess you could go out here for a second, grab whatever's in here. And I don't imagine this is going to be a fight, so just go for Farsight, get a free trunk of maps as well as some free cash, and then start moving up here. We're going to have to fight Clan Angrand. And we do know that the ghouls are pretty decent at fighting the dwarves, at least from past experiences. Now you, I guess we are going to have to build a Faded Pyramidion here, as well as a Stonemason thing. But in the meantime, we are going to build a growth building. Yes. And then afterwards, you know what, we should probably delete the Avenue of Monuments and replace it with another Faded Pyramidion next turn. Yeah, we shouldn't need walls here, especially if we're allied with the Knights of Caledor. Yeah, it'd be nice to actually have an ally. Yeah, you love vampires too, buddy. I know that, Imric. I appreciate that. Now, who needs to move? Arkhan. Let's keep moving, yeah? You're almost ready to join up here. Now, if you go into ambush right here, will this work? That's the real question. They won't see you. The question is, will you still be able to reinforce? Hidden units discovered, blah, 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 blah. Because I know that there's a weird thing where if an ambush is broken, you can't reinforce it. Something like that. I hope that this works. If it doesn't, we're going to have to move away again and just straight up attack. I don't know. I just really want to fight it in the field. Let's get that Canopic jar holder for this Tomb Prince. There we go. And with that, I think we're good. Oh, let's get the next Herald. Zandri's useless, we don't need him, and Herald of the Scorpion is also useless, and I guess Herald of Khemri is useful, sort of. Probably going to go on the range army, but not ready yet. Did I give you your Sphinx Herald? I did not. Let's... Ooh, you know what? You can have the Banner of Eternal Flame, because you have the... you're going to have a bunch of Sphinxes, and they'll benefit the most out of that. Get the Herald of the Sphinx as well. And let's see. Construction cost for infrastructure, wounded time, public order. Don't care about it. I'm almost even tempted to not even bother with the Tomb Prince and just get even more Necrotects. If only their buffs for the Sphinxes were a little bit better. Like, the Hyro Titans get 3 melee defense and 3 melee attack, whereas the War Sphinxes and Necrosphinxes only get 4 melee defense. And yeah, granted, I'm sure they need it, but it's a little bit weak. I'll think about it. Is it really worth having another Necrotect? I mean, that's also more auras and more restore capability out of them. But I would like to have the Tomb Prince just have somebody who could duel enemy lords, because King Thutep is also on a War Sphinx, and this guy can duel stuff. But if we have 3 Necrotects, they could also swarm somebody and duel them as well. I don't know. It's a consideration. In the meantime, we have money to spend, and we shall spend it. You are going straight into Necrosphinx. We'll build at least 1. Please only take 3 turns. Then in Numos, we need to start building Faded Pyramidions everywhere. So you get to Fading. And we can only build the 1, but that's okay. Almost tempted to go increase the growth here, at least temporarily. You know what? Go for increased in growth. And then you are going to build a treasure tomb here, and this will be a moneymaker. Okay, so that's good. And that's a lot of our money. We won't have too much left. Ooh, wait, we should upgrade this right here. There we go. And then we can start building Pyramidions here as well. Alright, makes sense to me. Hopefully this works. Anybody else need to move? King Setep, you do not need to move. King Rakash, you do need to move. All the way to Miragliano, please. I don't think they'll suddenly declare war on us and attack, but let's stay together just in case. Oh, hopefully this guy's not coming to take Miragliano from us.
My soul, yes.
You stay where you are. You land at Miraglia. In fact, wait, you can search the ruins right now. Well, let's see what's in here. See if it's full of armies. Yeah, your dynasty reigns supreme. And it's empty. What the hell's going on? What the hell is Scryer doing? Where are they? Oh, please don't. I'm gonna be so salty if this guy attacks Miragliano from here. He can reach it. Damn it. Okay, I think we have no choice. We have to siege it. If these guys sally out and try to attack us, we'll have to deal with them out there. Go into normal stance. Skaven, you even don't like us. Okay, so, who do we like? I.e. Wait, we know Cathik? Won't they trade with us? Elves like trade. Avalorn, oh wow, you guys, what the hell do you hate us for? For great power? Really? Come on. How about a trade? No, and you guys love trading too. This would give us, not as much money as I thought it would. Okay, well at least the Knights of Galador are liking us. Maybe we should go into a defensive alliance with them as soon as possible. Let's get military access while we're at it. Order of Lore Masters really don't like it. Something about the whole vampire thing, isn't it? Kothik, you're not even willing to go non-aggression pact? Really? Y'all are jerks, and I don't appreciate it. Alright, who are you at war with again? Let's see. Karazakarak I don't care about. Reichland I don't care about. They're all too far away for us to bother with. The Golden Order I also don't care about, especially because they're going to hate us once we kill Clan Angrund, just by virtue of necessity, i.e. we need Karak 8 Peaks. So I guess it's only Kothik, really. Okay, well... maybe they'll trade with us. Unless they're about to die too, aren't they? Oh, and they're fighting Avalorn. So this will make us... this will make Avalorn dislike us even more. And Avalorn, in the meantime, is not fighting with the Skaven. Damn you, Diplo. Okay. Then I guess we're going to talk to Reichland. Do we even know Reichland? Where's Reichland? They should be willing to trade with us in the sea eventually. And they got a lot of provinces that I really don't want to bother with, so... let's see. They're gonna hate us when we kill Clan Angrund, too. Okay, fine. Join war against Clan Scryer. Moderate, really? Okay, well, I guess we just do it and get nothing out of it. Disappointing, but what can you do? All this just so that we don't have this guy steal our city here. Alright, go in. King does demand. Really? Well, that's kind of concerning. Well, yeah, I guess that's a lot of Storm Vermin with halberds. They'd be pretty darn decent against the Ushabti. Well, you're gonna siege. If they get an army moving over here, we might have to back up. But I think it'll still work out, even if that happens. I'd rather fight with both. Get more meat shields for our Ushabti to hide behind. Now, you have leveled up. I still have not gotten you a Disciple of anything. And I'm still not sure which one I want to go with. Explosion might help if we need to get somebody out. Oh, you know what? I guess we're going to go Keeper of Lore first. Probably the best option. We don't have Arcane Conduit yet, but this is a free 10 Winds of Magic, as well as a tiny bit of research rate. Okay, so you guys are good. Siege construction available where? Why? Okay. I just find the concept funny. I think they'll sally out, but I guess we can build some stuff here. I think what'll happen is this army is going to move here, and then they'll sally out, and then we'll back off, and then we'll attack next turn with all of our armies together. Okay, now, Setep, you do not need to move. We're hoping that Teotihuacan also sallies out. Anybody else move before we end this turn? You're good where you are. Seketka. Okay, you guys are good where you are. Oh, too many heroes, damn. I think the rest are good, except you have leveled up. You know what? I'm just going to ignore that. I'll deal with it between the episodes. Too much admin. And alright, let's hope that this works. Go. Come on, ambush. And I forgot to move you, and I also forgot to move you, didn't I? Oh well. I was too excited to get to the next turn. I guess that's what happens. Oh, freaking hell, now you're all gonna move here. Oh, I actually didn't forget to move you. I just forgot to have you go directly to the Golden Tower. It's okay, you go next turn unless this guy kills you. Lots of population surplus. We've discovered Itza, who appeared to be alive. Wow, looks like Malice couldn't beat that one Lizardman army, and these guys do indeed sally out. as we expected. Okay, well, this is fine. This is exactly... It's not exactly what we want, but it's sort of what we want. We won't fight this army by itself. We're going to retreat. And then these guys are going to go in here. And then we'll fight them with both armies. I'll certainly take it. Now, Teotihuacan, will you do... You will not fall for it. What? Why? Oh, the ambush got foiled. Frickin' hell. Bloodied Axe. Join war against Teotihuacan. No. I don't want to have any kind of diplo with the Beastmen, because that would decrease our level of everybody liking us. You, back into ambush. All the way over here.
Strike on my command. Kill these wretches. Arise, my
Well,
legions.
a couple more turns. Okay, you know what? One more turn. If they don't sally out, I'm just going to attack. And there we go. The Herald of Khemri. I don't know who to put this on yet. I guess we could temporarily put it on King Rakash. Hey, go back into ambush. Yeah, alright, we'll see what happens. Grants the Herald of Khemri follower. Yeah. Rating. Freaking Beastmen, I'm so sick of you. I am just so incredibly sick of the Beastmen. I hate how they all raid you despite the fact that you're strength rank 1 and they're all super low strength rank. And they have no chance at winning you, but they just annoy you. Winning you? I mean beating you. I'm real eloquent today. Let's see, let's get some upgrades going in terms of our Pyramidians everywhere. Just keep on stacking those. Despite the fact that we're stacking those, our money isn't really going up as nearly as much as I would have thought it would be. Oh well. Undead Quarryman. And another Pyramidian. Oh, next turn, I guess. No, you know what? Let's go like this instead. Get a Pyramidian everywhere. There we go. Anything else we could do? I guess we need another Pyramidian here. No, you know what? We'll just build a treasure tomb here. Gotta get at least one, and then we can build a Pyramidian here, and then another one of these, and that's basically all our cash. Hopefully, we get a nice return on investment from those things. And okay, one more turn until some of the Sphinxes are ready, and then we'll have to build the Necrosphinx as well. Wait, how close are we to said Necrosphinx? 2 turns. Okay. Who else needs to do things? Arkhan, you can actually join up, but you're not fighting this, so you're going to... Yeah, this is why we gotta attack next turn if they don't, because we want Arkhan to get his troops. Meantime, you, take the colonize ruins, thank you. There we go, Golden Tower is ours. At rank 3, you can get this building, which gives us income from all buildings. Nice. Okay, so this will allow us to generate a fairly decent amount of cash, so we can go straight into Pyramidian when we're ready. So I guess we don't build anything here then. If only I hadn't used all the money. Oh well. And I guess I gotta give the Herald of Khemri. I completely forgot about it. Let's get it on you for now, I think. Who would benefit more from it? These guys? I mean, it's gonna switch off later anyway. You know what, let's give it to these guys now. Oh, wait. Ammunition doesn't apply, and reload time doesn't apply. Yeah, so no, definitely gonna go on the Skeleton Archers then. It benefits them a lot more than it does the Ushabti, because they only get the Hawkish Precision. But Hawkish Precision really benefits the Ushabti a lot more, doesn't it? Yeah, it's gonna go in the Range Army. They will all then benefit from it. There we go. Now, you guys. I guess we're going to have the Screaming Skull Catapult on the field first. And the Ushabti can approach second. It doesn't really matter at the end of the day. But I think that's the better way to do it, because we still have to destroy all those freaking towers. Oh, Miragliano's level 5.
Never wrong.
Will that mean that the Skaven towers outrange... I think it will. Huh. Well, it'll be an issue, but gotta deal with it. Here we go. You're going right there. And... Wait, what? Are you saying that this is completely superior to this? I mean, we don't actually need to build stuff here. We can just attack. Yeah, since Teotihuacan didn't happen, we might as well make Miragliano happen. Stop making Miragliano happen. Trying to make Miragliano happen. It's not gonna happen. Miragliano. See, now, what the hell? Balance of power is so broken. I mean, auto-resolve is so broken. It would have won it with these guys by themselves, but completely lost it when we add the Ushabti. Oh, this makes absolutely no sense. Alright, well, I'm gonna have to make a cut here before we fight this battle, obviously, as we fought that small battle. So here it is. There it is, and now I just noticed that the enemy doesn't have Warp Bomb, even if they have the Doom Rocket. I'm much more afraid of the Warp Bomb, to be perfectly honest. Although, wait, Warp Storm Doom Rocket does 11,000 damage. Huh. What'll happen if that hits a hero? Will that insta-kill a hero? Actually, I'd be pretty curious to see how this works out. I guess we'll find out. In the meantime, let's just get to it, since Teotihuacan isn't in the cards in this episode. At least Miragliano is. Alright, here we go, the battle for Miragliano, and unfortunately, once again, the AI gets screwed with this map. It's just so unfortunate. If only they could at least set up units on this part of the wall. Or maybe even have like some sort of, I don't know, mini wall behind it that they could just put ranged units on. It's just really irritating. Well, for them, not so much for us. Especially because when the player defends, the AI isn't so great at making any kind of use of this. Anyway. So obviously we're going to start off with artillerizing the enemy, and I do warn you guys there's going to be a lot of artillery here. We have all of our Shopti with Great Bow coming off the field as a reinforcing army, plus we have these two Screaming Skull catapults. There's towers to destroy, there's range units to use on all these guys. Look at all these Skaven milling around. You're all going to be filled with arrows soon. Enjoy. Anyway, I'm going to speed this up to max until our Ushabti with Great Bow approach at the very least. Ooh, a little unit of clan rats has decided it does not want to be inside there. The AI probably would have done better if it had actually gotten all the units in its garrison and charged us. But, you know, that's often the case with regards to siege battles as it is. So, first we're going to charge our lord at these rats just to prevent them from charging our artillery, and he's gonna knock a few of them about, but he's a... How much damage does he do by himself? Not much. He appears to have killed 6 models, though. Oh, good job, buddy. And now, yeah, he looks like he kills about 3 models per hit, but now these guys are going to get wrecked by the Krokagar Legion and all the range units that are back there, especially as they are unshielded. Poor little clan rats. Although the extra hits into our own lord are probably going to hurt as well. Oh well. You gotta love the effect of the Krokagar Legion's fire every time. I know I comment this every time, but I have no intention of stopping. You're not gonna fight another time. You're gonna be dead because you're all gonna die. Anyway, in the meantime, we have our Ushabti with Great Bow. They have already destroyed a tower in a few oh, no, actually, they destroyed a piece of a wall here also in a few seconds. And their range, having been increased by the unit, is actually now pretty darn decent. Not artillery sort of range, but still pretty darn good. I think they still would outrange the towers even if they were not dead or destroyed by the Screaming Skull catapult. So get a few shots off. Let's see how quickly that wall crumbles. That's about 1 volley. Oh, it looks like it survives a volley with how much HP? 54. Okay, so a single volley from all of our Shopti with Great Bow does about half damage to one of these walls. And, oh, you guys have decided to go here at the worst possible time. Ah, you poor idiots. Half of them got destroyed by that wall crumbling. And the reason I'm doing this is obviously so that we can get some of our Ushabti with Great Bow moving up here and firing through the gaps, as well as some of the regular Ushabti going in to actually fight. In the meantime, we are also going to move up all of our range units to start firing on all those piles of units as soon as they're ready to go. Gate will also fall. And we'll probably get a few shots off at some of the units on the walls. Here you can see the range units moving up, as well as King Lamizash to give them back their ammunition with his ammunition-giving ability. Because he's super generous, and he clearly brings enough ammunition to, you know, outfit several hundred or even thousand extra soldiers. I actually am not sure how that makes any amount of sense. And look, another unit came out of the from behind the protection of the walls. That was a bad idea because they immediately get wrecked by the Ushabti as well as the Screaming Skull catapults, and then just try to book it. I guess this was a summoned unit. Still, tremendously bad idea right there. And the Ushabti are going to continue firing onto this wall. In the meantime, the Krokagar Legion are just going to start firing into all this as well. The poor AI. I do feel bad for it. We have just so much range. But it's not like I'm not going to make use of it, right? It would be silly not to. And there we go. Let's see how much the damage... Damage isn't actually super great, especially as we do have to remember that these are all basic units. They are not super good at killing something like a Storm Vermin unit, so all of them focusing one down is still not going to kill it super quickly. I think the most damage is actually coming in from the Lord's slight splash damage arrows firing up. Another piece of the wall goes down. The enemy are going to get some shots in with those Warplock Jezzails, but I think we should be able to fire on them from up here. Our Ushabti shots may not be able to arc, but when they're standing right in front of the wall with no Krenels or Merlins to protect them, they are not going to have a good time. Instant meat grinder, and yeah, that's about, what, half a volley maybe? And they're basically dead. That was pretty fun. Poor Jezzails. Man, I would really love to see a Skaven defense with the entire wall filled up with Jezzails. That'd be pretty cool. And damn, this unit has taken forever to die. Fortunately, we have so much ammunition. Look at all this. And we can continuously replenish it with the Lamazage power. So, in the meantime, we're going to keep using it. I guess I could speed this up, because not much is going to be happening other than us fire on some of the units on top of the walls. Unfortunately, this large... is this supposed to be a Skaven symbol? Or it's just a part of the gatehouse? Oh, it's like a part of the destroyed gatehouse, sort of. Plus some Skaven spikes and stuff on top of it. Yeah. Well, that's blocking all of our shots here, unfortunately. So that... Oh, and looks like we're going to take some damage onto the this unit of Krokagar Legion archers. We will have to repair them with some heals, and there we go. We get an instant heal coming in from our Lord, and then the range fire continues. You know what? Let's speed it up a little bit, because this is going to take a while. And there we go, getting some shots from the Ushabti with Great Bow into the actual units up here, not just the... hero. I think there is some splash coming off of those kits that is hitting at least some of these units back here, but not nearly enough for my taste. Yeah, if these were elite archers, this would be working a lot better, obviously. But you know, it's like I've said before, I like keeping one basic unit army at least into the late game, just for the variety, if nothing else. And now they all focus this. Oh my god. This one unit moved here, and all the Ushabti with great bows, plus the Krokagar Legion archers, all fired on them, and they all exploded instantly. Don't show yourselves on top of the walls, Skaven. I hope you've learned that. And yeah, these guys are still alive, but the splash damage is looking like it's doing some damage from King Lamazage. He still has half his ammunition left as well, so he can keep firing. And let's speed it back up. We should also... Oh, right, I do retarget these walls as well to try to bring this place down. Once again, I just feel so bad for the AI. It's just going to get so wrecked. And we don't even have any caskets or anything. If we had a couple caskets in one of these armies, all of this would have been dead. Honestly, a single casket would have done more damage than all of these Krokagar Legion, but that's basic units for you. And how are we looking here? 88% damage on that wall, should be dead soon. I moved all of the Ushabti with Great Bow here to recover all of our ammunition from King Lamazage, and let's just keep it at high speed for now, because not much is going to change other than firing on some of these units. These guys are certainly taking forever to die. And oh, look, there are a few slingers here actually pelting these guys, but then we take a few pot shots at their Death Globe bombardiers, and they all obviously instantly die, because they are a threatening unit and they needed to be destroyed. Oh, I didn't realize how many arrows were actually landing into this part of the wall here. I guess it does serve some benefit, even if it ain't much. But man, the clan rats are taking so long to die. I get that these are basic units, but those are also clan rats. Should really be done quicker. Poor Storm Merman. Looks like you guys are going to be dead soon, and it is almost... time to start moving in our Ushabti, our melee Ushabti. And oh look, it looks like the enemy catapults are firing at us. They have pretty insane range, and there's freaking 4 of them. This is the one and only reason I didn't just tell all of our melee units to charge. I wish that, I don't know. Artillery sort of makes this fun, but sometimes I wish that you could fight without artillery on either side, just because it's fun watching the actual melee and range units, or more so the melee units, just duke it out in combat, as opposed to everybody basically getting destroyed by artillery. But what can you do when the enemy bring 4 freaking Plague Claw catapults? They may not be particularly effective against the Ushabti, who you can see are now coming in, but they are very effective against our super basic skeleton spears and stuff. Anyway, you guys are just about out of ammo, except you for some reason. But they've done a pretty good amount of damage. All those units are dead now. The Ushabti with Great Bow is still firing, getting some shots off, but not able to do much. And now the regular Ushabti are coming in. Now I can slow down, we can watch some of this. Oh, look at that explosion. That was pretty glorious, not gonna lie. And all that warp stone, I guess that was the Doom Rocket? Were they supposed to hit the Ushabti with it? Because it didn't look like it did anything. Like, it literally did nothing. I think it might have killed a bunch of their own troops, but I don't think it killed any Ushabti. Oh well, Ushabti are in now, and oh, you know what? This is actually probably hurting us more than it's... Yeah, I should have turned these guys off. I didn't realize they were trying to hit this chieftain over here, because the anti-large arrows are going to do some damage to our Ushabti here. And Sepulchre's units I really would prefer not to die, because they would take so long to freaking re-recruit via... global recruitment. Anyway, giant pile of Ushabti now moving in. We still have to be a little bit careful because the Ushabti are... They're a lot more fragile than something like the Crypt Horrors. At least I find. I'm not entirely sure why that is. You would think a stone construct would be more... I don't know, more tanky, I guess? But not the case in my experience. But I guess these guys aren't leveled up as compared to the Crypt Horrors, who are just about maxed out for what they can do. So when these guys hit rank 9, plus they have the rank 7 buff, they should be quite a bit stronger. And I guess we'll compare them a little bit more of them. Plus, you're not supposed to really use the Ushabti without the Tomb Guards supporting them to take the hits, so it's not surprising that they're fragile. But obviously this is very much into their advantage, except for having to fight the freaking Plague Priest, who does pretty good damage to them. But otherwise we can pretty freely obliterate these guys. I'm not really going to look at the range units anymore, because I think, and you guys I'm sure would agree, that we've seen enough of that. Oh man, look at all these Ushabti just being blocked by this one Plague Priest. Fortunately, the rest of the army is pretty much routed. We're going to get some extra shots into the Storm Vermin here, as well as these Plague Monks. I think the main goal is to move all of our Ushabti with Great Bow forward enough that they can attack these frickin' Plague Claw catapults. This is just ridiculous.
Yes.
They really... Actually, this garrison really should have a couple of Warp Lightning Cannons. That would have served them a lot better against this type of army that we have than these Plague Claw catapults. Granted, they're pretty good at firing over the walls and really far away, but against the Ushabti in particular. And over here, you can see that they actually outrange our Screaming Skull catapults. I moved these in to try to fire on them and kill them, but no dice there, unfortunately. In the meantime, the Ushabti are moving forward. You can see the Sepulchre's effect, and it's a really lovely effect, I gotta say. I really love this unit. I wish that you could build more of them. Honestly, several of the special units, like the Whites of Stone Tarn as well, are ones that I wish you could build more of. And there we go. These Plague Monks look like they want to fight the Ushabti with Great Bow, but they're decent enough in melee so that it's not super concerning. In the meantime, these ones are able to move in and fire on the enemy Rat Ogres, as well as that Storm Vermin unit that is now dead. Once the Rat Ogres are dead, we can switch fire onto the catapults. And it looks like we're too close to get splash shots. Oh, it looks like a couple coming in now. And there we go. Rat Ogres are done. It looks like the main bulk of the enemy forces are done. And now we're going to be finally firing on these catapults. And look at them drop. That is so quick. How many of them get destroyed in a couple volleys? That's lovely. Looks like they're still firing, but kind of useless against Ushapti, so farewell. Rats exploding in giant piles. I like that this particular faction, because it's green, the clothes are green. They have a lot of theme going with the Warpstone and the Plague Monks and the Catapults all matching the regular troops and stuff. And you guys should be... Have they all routed? Oh, I think they've all routed now already. Damn, that was fast. I guess once a couple of these units are destroyed, they rout pretty quickly, despite being a maxed out rank. Oh, well, and with that, the battle is just about over. We didn't even get a single level of Realm of Souls. The Lord dies somewhere, surrounded and killed by Ushapti, and I think these Plague Monks are the only thing left alive. There's only a couple of them left. There we go, Ushapti, you finished them off because you didn't get enough time to play around as compared to the Ushapti with Great Bow. And yeah, maybe I should have sent in the regular Ushapti a little bit earlier, but I really didn't want to have to re-recruit them if they somehow managed to die. This would be probably a decent place to place a Tomb Rocket. And I'm pretty sure that should be the end of it. Yes, indeed it is. Unbreakable units leaving it along. And wow, is that a Warpstone vein? Damn. That seems like a lot. Huh. Well, that's interesting. I wonder if this is just a random map or if this is Miragliano in particular. Either way, pretty cool. And I guess when it's time to see how well we did, I'm willing to bet that the range units did a lot more damage than the melee units, but I don't think anybody's surprised by that one.
Victory, yes!
Alrighty, so obviously way too much range firing in that particular battle, but with the type of armies, these two armies that we brought along, I mean, did we really have any choice? These guys would have all gotten obliterated by the 4 units of Plague Claw Catapults, who had a pretty massive range. It actually outranged our Screaming Skull Catapults by a fair margin, so we couldn't destroy them with our own artillery, and therefore we couldn't assault the walls or the interior with our melee units. Plus, our Ushapti are not rank 7, they're not really high enough level, and their Lord is not high enough level for them to yet be ready to just storm the place, but otherwise we didn't really take too much damage. I was really impressed with the ammunition recharge ability that King Lamazaj has. That was really helpful. It kept the Krokagar Legion units just firing and firing for ages, and I could have used it twice more on the Ushapti with Great Bow. I only brought them in for a single use, so these guys could have kept firing for a long time yet. So there we go. I guess that battle was artillery porn more than anything else, even though we didn't actually have very much artillery. But let's see, we will occupy Miragliano, obviously, and we take it at rank 4. Are we able to build any special buildings here? Oh, we get a free Parched Oasis and another Royal Burial Chamber. Love it. That's a good take. We got a free Glittering Scales out of that as well. That's lovely. And let's see. I don't really care about the Royal Barracks. I guess we can keep... Okay, what can we build here? Undead Fleet Port. It looks like we don't actually get any special building here, unfortunately. But Occupied Miragliano does make 240 money. That's not too bad. We're going to have to destroy this here. We are going to... I don't know. I'm tempted to destroy this as well. I'd rather replace it with something along the lines of the Necrosphinx building instead. Even though we can't build it right now, we're also going to have to build Tomb Scorpion buildings here. But the fact is, for now, we have enough Necropolis Knights and Sepulchral Stalkers. So I feel like we could delete those. And I'm almost tempted to say we don't really need the Corrupted Necropolis here. Although I did say I want to make another Ghost army. Or at least an army with a ton of ghosts, not necessarily full ghost, we'll see. We might make one very similar to Arkhan's army, depending on what comes out of the special building at Nagash are. But anyway, you know what? I'll consider this between the episodes. There's a bunch of levels to assign and all that boring stuff, which I will do. Obviously, there is no more time remaining here, so next time we will be attacking Skaven Blight. I don't see too much of a difference in the way that we do it from the way that we did this. Although, that might actually happen the time after next time, and not this time. What we might do is we might take Tobaro, and then attack... but then Miragliana won't be able to defend itself? Depending. It will against the single stack if we stay here for a turn or two, and we do have to stay here for one to heal. So yeah, this will probably not be next episode. What will be next episode is this fight against Teotihuacan. I assume that they won't sally out, so therefore we will attack them. We're going to give them one more turn, and if they don't, if the ambush fails again, we're just going to attack them. We, once again, are going to be using some of our artillery here. We do have quite a bit of artillery, but as we saw last time, when we attacked the last defenders, the lizardmen are really great at not getting killed by artillery. So we will have to assault the walls here, and we won't be super concerned because they're not Skaven and they don't have the same levels of unit killing as we approach the battlements as they do. So that'll be pretty fun. Otherwise, after that, the next few episodes will probably... Whoa, what is this? Kalador, the Knights of Kalador are fighting Karazakarak? Oh, wow, okay. I did not know that. Okay, I fear that we will have to fight the Karazakarak to... I didn't really want to fight them either, just because they don't have stuff we need. And they're allied with all the other good factions who are also going to attack us inevitably. I do wonder if the regular vamps are still alive or they're dead now. The thing is, we're going to have to move through Wurtbad all the way up here, and if this is all going to be hostile territory, it's going to take a while to get there. But I guess that's a problem for another time. So with that said, as always, I do appreciate any and all feedback with regards to the gameplay or the way I do things on this channel. If you have a second, please do take it to leave a like and a comment to support the channel. It really does help. As always, all glory to the algorithm, and thanks for watching.